back with another book haul. The day after St. Patrick's Day, I went to go visit my mom, and she actually wanted to go specifically book shopping. So I got a bunch of books. I can't even get the whole bag in the shop because it's so big. So I'm gonna unpack this and let's just see what I got. Now I took a bunch of books with me that I wanted to get rid of to try to trade in to some used bookstores. In the first used bookstore we went to, they didn't want to give me hardly any money for them, but I did get a couple of books. This is the used bookstore that usually has a buy one get one free on their hardcover books, but they discontinued that for some reason. And so I only got 2 books. I got J.O. Barr's The Crow, Flesh and Blood. So it also has James Vance and Alec Maleev on it. It is a comic. I already have one of these that's a different one. I also found Crest, the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, in paperback to match the 2 that I already have in the series. And the next place we went was an indoor flea market. I got Marley and Me by John Grogan, Ulysses by James Joyce. This says it's the complete and unabridged text as corrected and reset in 1961. Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters by Jane Austen and Ben H. Winters. The Monsters of Templeton by Lauren Groff, and this is actually an ARC copy, but I love the cover on it, and it's got the, what do they call the pages that are rough like that? I don't know, but it's got those kind of pages. I don't think you can see it on the video. Then I found Elixir and Devoted by Hilary Duff, and I've heard a lot of people talking about Elixir, and these were pretty cheap, so I figured I'd pick them up and try them out. Then I got Life, the Universe, and Everything, and The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, both by Douglas Adams. The next place we went to is a place called Super Mega Replay, and they used to have video games and movies and furniture and other household things, and they just recently started carrying books, so I got a couple of books. I got It by Stephen King, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John, Boyne, and Emma by Jane Austen. Next we went to a used bookstore that I've mentioned before that doesn't usually have very high quality books, but recently they've been getting a lot of higher quality hardcover and trade paperback books, and that's what I've been going there for. And I actually traded in most of my books that I had brought to trade at that store, and they actually traded book for book, so that was amazing. And I ended up getting 37 credits to get books with, I think, and I didn't even use them all. I got Dragon Moon by Rebecca York. This is part of a paranormal romance series that I've been trying to collect the books for. Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. I already have the 3rd book, and I was going to trade it in, but whenever I found the 1st book, I figured I'd read the 1st book and try it out before I traded the 3rd one in. The Lux by Anna Goberson. I've heard a lot about this series, and since I had trade-ins and I found it, I figured I'd give it a chance. The Morganville Vampires, Volume 3 by Rachel Kane. This includes Lord of Misrule and Carpe Corpus. This is one of the few books that I'm missing from the Morganville Vampire series. Then I got A Great and Terrible Beauty and Going Bovine, both by Libba Bray. I got these because I've heard so many good things about this author and I'd never read it before, and since they had them and I had book credits to spend, I picked them up. Ever by Gail Carson Levine. I already have Fairest, and I actually got Fairest from this book place, so whenever I found Ever, I was kind of excited. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle? Not sure, but I've been looking into this series, and it's something that most people read in school, and I was never required to read it, and I've heard several good things about it, so I figured I'd better pick it up. And I got Burn for Burn by Jenny Vaughn and Siobhan Vivian. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And I've heard a lot of good things about this book too, that's why I picked it up. Then I found this hardcover of Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. And I already have this in paperback, and I know this hardcover doesn't match my other hardcovers that I have, but it was super shiny, and I had book credits, so I got a duplicate book. And the next place we went is the second store to the place that usually has the buy one get one free books, and they no longer do that either. But I found Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews, and I've been looking for this book, so I went ahead and picked it up. I got one other book from the place that I got the book credits from, but I ended up giving it to my mom. It was a romance book that had 3 books in it, and it mentioned something about magic, and both me and my mom love paranormal romance. It has to have like magic or ghosts or supernatural creatures or something for us to be able to get into a romance book, and it mentioned magic in the description. So I lent it to her, and if she likes it, she's going to return it to me, and if she doesn't, then we're going to pass it off to somebody else. But I don't remember what the titles were, and I don't remember who the author was. It was something that I'd never heard of before. Now, the next place we went was Goodwill, and I found a few books there. Bad Moon Rising by Sherilyn Kenyon, and this is one of the Dark Hunter novels. The Road by Cormac McCarthy, and I already got my boyfriend a copy of this, but I found this at Goodwill and it's in pristine condition, so I had to pick it up. What Happened to Goodbye and Lock and Key, both by Sarah Dessen, and these both look brand new. And last book I got from Goodwill was The Long Hard Road Out of Hell by Marilyn Manson and Neil Strauss. And I originally got this for my boyfriend, but I forgot that he already had it. But this little teeny tiny tear happened whenever my books were in the trunk on the way home, and that makes me sad. But other than that, it's in really good condition, so I might give this to a gift for somebody, or maybe just keep it for my own collection. Now, the last place we went was Barnes & Noble, and that was mainly because it had been so long since we'd been there. I don't like our Barnes & Noble. The people there are usually not very helpful. I like the people who check out, but the people who are at the information desk usually act like you're annoying them, so I don't usually go there. But I found Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, and I also found a couple others that I was wanting, but I bought so many books already that I just went ahead and bought this one book. I have a really old Grimm's Fairy Tales, and I know it's not a complete version because it's only like that much. I've been wanting a complete version, and this actually matches the Edgar Allan Poe complete works that I have, so that's really neat. Ooh, it's got a shiny green. I really like this cover. Well, that's all the books I have to show you today, and I guess I'm gonna try to pick these up now. I need more than one stack. Okay, I got the books stacked. Now let's see if I can lift these. I don't know if I can get them all into frame or not. Ugh! Nope. Okay, that's as close as I can get. Too many books. Too many books. Okay, and they're falling. Good thing I'm sitting down. Okay, that was 30 books. Oh my goodness. Well, that's all I have for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.